this.
I watched the hot dog eating contest, and I am just broken here that one of the great athletes of our country is not being able to participate because he signed with a rival company. This is just blasphemous. I love Joey Chestnut. Now you got him out. Kobayashi retired. Just fold the whole thing up. Damn it. Sucks. All right, I digress.
We're not doing this. I'm just
shooting you straight. I'm just pissed.
No, okay. I do want to. We will get to the rest of the relevant sports momentarily, but I have a question.
Yes, sir.
You walked in today, and I mean sunglasses. You're dressed for the golf course.
Yes.
The luxury polo.
Tell everybody what I'm wearing. They won't believe it if they're not watching on YouTube or whatever.
Somehow, congrats. I'd like to tell you officially,
yes,
you've worn more Spartan gear in 2024 than I have.
Well, I had a daughter who went there too.
Right. You wore it one day. I'm at 0.
Okay.
So let me. I said, boy, Mike, what'd you do? Did you play this morning? Because you're a golf guy.
Yeah.
And I said to you, I go, this is literally, it could be the most beautiful day of the year in the state, 75 and sunny. There's not a cloud in the sky. And I looked at you and I go, man, these are the days where I go, geez, I kind of wish I played golf. Now, I didn't grow up with it, right? I grew up poor. Golf was not a thing. It just isn't one of these deals where golf was ever in my sphere. Even college comes around. I mean, I had a couple of buddies who were caddies at country clubs. They were excellent players.
Yeah.
I couldn't go out with them. I mean, I can't hit the ball. So I started thinking about this, and I go, look, everybody, I mean, Evan Jenkins, who works his ass off. I don't begrudge him at all. But Evan was like, Mike, next week, FYI, not going to be in. I got a golf outing. That's wonderful. God bless. I started thinking about, geez, sure be nice to be able to just lie to my employer and go out there and play golf. I would love to know something. I'm 43. I'm too old to be doing things I don't like to do or am not good at. You make choices in this world. How long would it take somebody like me who never played to become good at golf?
All right, a few questions. Not that you have to be a great athlete. How's your eye-hand coordination?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, what? Like, I don't do archery.
I know.
I would say solid,
Okay.
normal,
So you're somewhat athletic.
functional.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I've played for 2-3 decades.
But you're terrible.
I'm not very good. Well, so
You're terrible.
everything is relative. Okay, I think of all the golfers in the country, and I could be completely wrong, and I'm sure the golf elite will let me know. Most golfers can't break 100.
See, then why play? That's question 2 I have for the people. If you suck, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
First of all, a few things that you already answered. Beautiful day, be outside. Some courses, nature, there's wildlife, there's
nature.
You're with your friends. When you go with Evan, he brings a little speaker, you have some music, you can do some other things, you can drink at the golf course, that type of thing. Okay, it's somewhat fun if you don't take it too seriously.
There's the problem. I'm too competitive.
Well, then maybe it isn't for you.
No, but see, this is my question. There are 2 ways to play this. From the golf elite, what is the barrier to being, quote, good at golf? Not great, good. Because if I were not able to be good at it, why the hell would I do it? And that leads me to part 2. What Stoney said is true. Isn't it like 95% of golfers can't break 100?
Probably not.
Then why are you playing? You are paying to get punched in the ding-ding. It makes no sense.
You're Jeff Rieger. However,
it makes no sense. Jeff is awful.
However, there's a thing called the handicap system. So if you are competitive, you could play, let's say you took, first of all, you'd have to take lessons. You could start from scratch.
Well, this is part of what I'm asking is if I decided in the middle of my life, okay, golf sounds like fun.
Right.
What is the process to getting good? Because we don't live in a warm weather state.
Well, you go to like Carl's Golfland, you take some lessons,
What are you voicing spots for them too? I hear you everywhere else.
No, no, yes. You go to a place like that, find somebody that takes, there's a lot of instructors who do indoor stuff and things during the winter, and you learn how to swing the club properly. I don't swing the club completely properly. First of all, as you know, my posture blows, so I have a weird swing. But it's the handicap thing. Okay, so let's say I'm playing with Evan. I thought Evan was going to come in for this. So I am a 23, 24 handicap, something like that. But if you play, let's say you play Evan, let's say as a 12. So he has to give me 11 shots.
That's charity.
Okay, but it's one shot per hole. You know, of those 11 toughest holes, I would get a shot on. So if he got a 4 on a par 4 and I got a bogey, we tie.
No.
So there's the competitive
He kicked your ass. No.
You're asking. That's why.
You're Kristen Wiig in Bridesmaids. Help me, I'm poor. That handicap system, that's emasculating. I don't want that.
Well,
best thing that's ever happened in sports is the handicap system in golf.
Yes, it keeps
But
everything.
it's a lie.
Because like a tennis, you have somebody, you play tennis. Well, how good are you? I compared to what? Golf, you could say I'm a 22. I know you're not that good.
Means somebody like me could go out on a golf course and play against Tiger Woods competitively.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
You can.
No, you're
100%.
lying to yourself. That's the equivalent of you playing an NBA player and you set the rim at 5 feet.
Well, if I was going to play an NBA player in a game of 21, I would get points, I would assume.
That's what it is.
I would have to get 17.
So hold on, time out. How good I know you're way better than Stoney.
Yes.
I'm okay.
Now, you played 2 golf outings this weekend. You got 2 golf outings next week. You're living your best life. And you deserve it. I don't begrudge you. All I said to you earlier was, geez, it's so nice. Like this would be a day where I'd go, wow.
You would like it, I think.
I don't know. I don't know if he would like the 4-hour experience.
Yeah, you would, because you like cigars.
I would drive the
being
car.
outside.
I'll hand you your clubs. As long as we go on a day there's horse racing, I can have that on the iPad.
100%. I can stream it.
He's like Wojo at the station out. Wojo just drives around and gives people gin.
I think for somebody like you that's never picked up a golf club and tried to do it, if you took lessons, you would be better off than Jeff Rieger, who does it every single day but does it wrong.
No, Jeff's here's the key, and I mean this in almost every way in life. I don't want to be Jeff Rieger. Let me be unequivocal.
And you wouldn't be.
As it pertains to golf, I don't understand how Rieger and people of his ilk are so egregiously bad at this activity, but yet they continue to pay to be awful.
Because there's something each round, you had that one shot or that one hole that brings you back.
I don't see. Jeff's a unique one. If I was him, I would have quit a long time ago and never gone back.
Thank you.
Because he has never gotten better in the time that we've known him to play golf.
Right.
Not even by a single stroke.
I've probably gotten worse, but that's because I'm older. I don't hit the ball as far.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Don't you play from like the old person tees?
No, not completely.
Don't they have the tips, and then they have the ladies' tees, and then there's the Stoney tee?
No, they're not the ladies' tees anymore.
No.
They're just the forward tees.
Just the forward tee.
It's 2024, Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. We getting offended at that now too.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa!
Just say the real. I know it's incredible. It is incredible. Yeah,
honestly,
exactly.
I think it's. Listen, so many people are playing pickleball now. There's less room for injury in golf, I feel, than pickleball.
Right. Unless you play with me, I might kill you.
Yeah, Stoney, you might catch one in the jaw from Stoney, but
So hold on. Give me soup to nuts. If you assume there's an actual commitment and you live in the state of Michigan, what is the start to finish barrier to entry to being good at golf?
Well, it depends what your description of good at golf is.
What's Evan's description? I know what I would.
I personally think a guy, if he shoots low to mid 80s, is pretty decent.
I'd say you're
good.
very
good.
Yes.
Very
you
good.
can play because you're connected to the scoreboard. That if it's a par 5, you're going to be able to get home and shoot par sometimes, feel decent about yourself.
Absolutely.
Like my goal when I play is a bogey a hole.
Yeah, he wants to shoot a 90.
So I shoot 90 basically would be my goal, and I've broken 90 once in the past 2 years.
Oh, that's sad.
It's It's more times than
That's
Rieger's
sad.
done it, though.
Yeah, but Rieger, okay, but Rieger is gum on a shoe when it
is.
comes to golf.
And he
But
just
you
keeps
can also,
stepping on
he
it.
talks about the competitive, even if you want to forget the handicap, if you play somebody for match play, like I can get a 90, okay, let's say the other day I had a 93, but I had 2 holes where I had 8s. The other,
Oh, my God.
But the other,
But he was
six-
great on
but
the other
16
16
holes. I was good. So if you're playing match play, that means okay. So I lost those 2 holes, but I won enough so you can play somebody match play. You
How
understand?
long would it take? We're talking you because you would have
For
to get
you,
to
from
start from
inception,
scrap?
from the moment you put a club in your hands,
2 years minimum.
I bet you by this time next year you would be beating Jeff Rieger handily.
No, I'd say, but he didn't say. He's talking about low 80s.
No, and again, I don't
mid-80s.
even know if that's plausible.
2 years.
2 years.
Because you don't have any bad habits.
And that's true. And you'd have to. And I know you're very committed to something when you're into it. You'd go a lot and practice a lot. 'Cause
No,
it
it's
takes
gonna-
a ton of practice.
And quite a
Be
bit of
good.
cash to be. Let's be honest. If you're going to do it the right way,
What's
if
the
I'm
right
If
way?
I'm the
Getting
Godfather,
less-
he's the franchise.
yeah, getting lessons.
The marquee.
Yeah.
No, I am fascinated by it, and I understand why people love it. The idea of being outside nature.
I think a lot of people like it for the booze.
And what I see, no, you cannot get loaded in golf. That makes no sense.
Let me take you out sometime and
No,
you
no,
gope around.
No, there would be
Go
no
play with
such
Wade
thing.
Boggs.
No, no, it's the same thing. You can't get loaded and gamble. You're on a road to ruin.
There's a gentleman that I know that I thought I was going to kick his ass because he likes to drink.
TJ.
No,
Oh.
it's an older gentleman, and he only gets better by drinking.
What is he, John Daly?
You know what?
He
You know what it
beat
does
me
though.
down
Like,
so bad.
like for me, sometimes it'll slow down my swing for some strange reason.
Yeah, and your speech.
well, that
It's
happens
That's
really
bad.
slowing it down, Mike.
I had lunch with Chet Walker. Stoney, he's dead.
I know.
Did I tell you about Wade Boggs?
So hold on. You're telling me in order to crack 90, this would take an all-in. You got to get the right equipment. You got to get lessons. And you're talking about when it's 10 degrees out, you got to go to one of these zany indoor places and practice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or we could go at Stoney's Moat downstairs. He's got a full
No, I
simulator
don't.
room.
You leave this man alone. I'm not going
I
to
would
allow that.
2 calendar years, you could break 90 because you would actually care and you would try.
Right.
But if
to
it's that
improve.
easy, why do 95% of people never?
I'm saying it for you because you would pay the money to go get the lessons. A lot of people won't actually put in the effort that needs to be
And
done
they'll
in
go
order to
and
do
they'll
it.
go to the range and just hit like a bucket of balls, just hitting drivers instead of taking an hour just sitting by the practice green and just practice little
There's
short
more people
chipping.
that are like Jeff Rieger that will go and do the same thing over and over and over the wrong way than
Okay.
actually going to try to fix it.
All right, listen, we're over time.
All right.
I appreciate it. I didn't want to cut you off. Let me.
You just did.
I got to tell you about Moran Buick GMC, and then we'll get to the callers.